Hello again. How you doing? Yeah, Nubian King, broadcasting from Israel, Northeast Africa. Just because we love you. All right, let's get it popping again. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have subscribed, let me say thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, let's do that now. Okay? Because subscribing is good for me and for you. We both get something. Meaning that when you subscribe, you know when I post a video. When you hit the notification bell up there, um, boom, when I put a video up, you will be notified that the Nubian King has put another video up. Time for you to listen. All right. And the like button, that's a signal to YouTube that people like this video, and it make other people easy for other people to find it. All right, now we got the business out of the way. Andrew Tate. I know you all have heard about it. If you haven't, I'm going to give you a little enlightenment. I'm not going to go into the details of why they say they arrested him. I'm going to speak about the why I believe they arrested him. Excuse me. Excuse me. Andrew Tate simply was arrested because of the things that he was saying. That's it. Simple. In less than 2 minutes, I told you. Andrew Tate were revealing secrets to success that help you to actually get there. Okay? And then even Elon Musk jumped into the fray by saying you have to unlearn every single thing that you've learned over the course of your life. Why? Because it's all bullshit to keep you locked into being poor. Yeah. You see, if you just take an assessment briefly and look around the world at all of the people that have talked about keys to getting rich, with so much information that's been, talked about in the area of getting rich, don't you think there would be more rich people? It's so much information about making money online, streams, income streams, and getting rich, wealth, and always showing you some of the life of the wealthy people, the yachts and the cars, the clothes, the materialistic gains, materialism. And it makes you want that because that stuff is nice. You understand? I mean, woo. If you have really experienced being in a mansion surrounded in opulence and luxury, and if you're one of the ones that's not uncomfortable in that environment, so be it. I'm one that's comfortable in that luxury, opulence, and nice things because I didn't come from a struggle broke family. We grew up with nice things, comfortable. And so Andrew Tate, his biggest issue is the things that was coming out of his mouth. You see, he literally was giving away secrets to help you to mentally break out of the matrix. And the way he was explaining it, you did not have to be going meditating, looking up words and trying to go back and figure out what he was saying. All you had to do was hang on to what he was saying and apply it. You understand? And then by him being actually living that lifestyle with so many people listening to his social media and all across the board. I mean, I listened to one of his videos, the one that they say the YouTube had the reason why they arrested him, the speech that got him in trouble. You know, I've heard a lot of positive speakers. I heard a lot of people talk about getting rich, making money, blase, blase, and everybody's still broke. But what that brother said in that one speech, it had me like, seriously, want to just quit my job and go dive in it. The man is very inspiring. Woo! Like up there, woo, at the top of the motivational speakers. And the thing is, you know, he actually is living that life. Okay, so he started off with the fighting and everything and made his bag. But he was smart in handling the money to increase it to where he's at now. You know, he was doing the fighting and what have you, and that made him a lot of money. Now, you know, if you don't know, studies have shown that 70% of professional athletes file bankruptcy within 5 years of retiring from the sport. Because as long as you're doing the sport, you rolling in that money, you can maintain that lifestyle. You know, the cars, the fancy clothes, and all the things that you're spending big money on. Now you've retired, and if you haven't been smart with your money, you can't maintain that. You know, it's like having a mansion, depending on how big it is, the annual maintenance fees could be $1 million just for maintenance. That's like cutting the grass and painting and keeping everything up and cleaning, you know, because it's a mansion. You want it to look nice. And you have to pay people to run around that big baby and keep it clean. You know, so you don't have that income anymore. So you end up having to file bankruptcy. Then you go out and you see the old people working, you know, stum jobs. But Andrew Tate was in the sport, and now at 36, he's still banging with his money. Why? Because he was smart. Okay, so that means that's a person that you can listen to who been there, done that. All right, and just like you said, he was born broke. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have a pot to put it in or wanted to throw it out of, but he was able to break out of it. And then for him to come out and say, man, every single thing that they do is to keep you broke. Everything. Your education. You know, and then that point that was so powerful, man. I mean, the brother made some real powerful point. He said that there are trillions and trillions of dollars every single day floating all around you. Everybody else got it except you. You know, the big skyscraper, the building. He said, hey, man, you go through any city and you pass by all those big buildings, and every last one of them is owned by somebody. But you don't get to build those type of structures locked in the matrix, working hard, trying to save some money to do something. Those people are living outside the matrix. And just like when they walked him out of the house with the handcuffs on, he said, the matrix got me. But then when you listen to one of his speeches, it sounded to me like he was prophesizing his death. Because he said the first thing they do, they approach you, tell you to shut up. You don't shut up. They make another move on you. And he said then they bust you, put you in jail, trump up some charges, you know, to silence you, to stop talking. And he said, me, I'm still talking. He said, but even now, it's you know, I'm trying to be a certain kind of way when I'm talking, but I'm still running my mouth. He said, then after that, they just kill you. Okay, and then I saw here the other day, he put out a message statement. He said, look, if they kill me, remember one thing, that I love you. Okay, and it's the information. You know, you look and see right now, if you've really been paying attention and you're not one of those individuals that's stuck on CNN, Fox News, mainstream news media, if you over there listening to, you know, other news people, other news networks, you understand, then you'll hear another story. You hear more information. And then, lo and behold, you'll hear information they ain't talking about over there on mainstream news media. Okay? So, what does that mean? It's more to it than meet the eye. Yes, you would want to live a luxurious lifestyle. Yes, you would want to get beyond having to worry about mortgage payment, keeping your house, rent, keeping your apartment, car note, gas for the car. And anytime these bandits want to do something financially to benefit them, they just do it. Here in Israel, they just reported all the utilities are going up. Gas, light, water, rent, mortgage, every single thing. They said everything is going up except your salary. Yeah. And it's like, what can you do about it? You understand? It seems right now that this evil has become exponentially concentrated evil, wickedness, corruption. And they just running them up. Because it's like they done woke up and realized that the good people can't do nothing about it. Because, we good people. We not used to lying, cheating, stealing, robbing, and killing, and murdering, and just doing all kind of evil. Because we good people, And in the midst of devils, being a good person, it ain't really paying off. It ain't really panning out too cool. Because the bandit done woke up and realized, hey, these are good people. They gonna forgive us. They not gonna do nothing to us. And now they taking advantage of us, doing all kind of stuff, even to the point of just killing us. Look at Bill Gates. He literally stood up on that stage at TED Talk and put a mathematical equation up there and said these numbers we got to get to zero, cause he say too many humans are putting too much stress on the natural resources of the world. But you go to the grocery store, you get your little food, and a whole bunch of other folks in there getting their little food, the tomatoes and onions and what have you, whatever food you eat. And you really don't know the source of where that food is coming from. You just go to the grocery store and that's it. We even have generations of children that when you ask them where does food come from, where does tomato come from, they say the store. And you knowing it comes from a field where you grow it in, that's what the answer you're looking for. But you asking a child that's born in society that have never seen a field of tomatoes, never seen apple orchard, apple growing trees. They've only seen these things in the store. So that whole generation is at the 100% mercy of whoever controlling the store and the source of food. Okay? And so this brother Andrew Tate is giving away keys to break you out of that thought process that calls you to go to work and work hard and sock a little money aside and try to do better. All while we always looking at the wealthy. You understand? Like Oprah Winfrey, they had a picture up the other day. She said keys to release stress or keys to live a stress-free life. First point, she said, get $1 billion. That right there, that's an insult. It's an insult. It's a straight up insult. Because how you get $1 billion? You understand? They're not sharing that secret. They're not sharing any of those techniques that really works. Andrew Tate, he's telling you simply, first of all, they done screwed your thought process as to how you go about breaking out of the matrix that keeping you poor, keeping you broke. Okay? For those of you that may believe that he's lying or it's not true what he's saying about there is a clandestine system in effect to keep us broke. And I say us too, because look at me. I'm sitting out here in the crane at night. What time is it? 7:25, January 3rd. Tuesday night, I'm sitting in the crane, waiting on them to come and tell me to bring the crane over there and lift some stuff. I'm so in the matrix, and I don't believe that I'm ever gonna get out the matrix until I believe that I'm in the matrix. And once I accept the reality that I'm in the matrix, which I already have, then now I can continue on working on getting out of the matrix, you know. And just like the brother was saying on his video, he said, man, life don't start until you get out the matrix and get you some money, some asset, so you can enjoy life. And I believe that. You know, I mean, you know, the wealthy, just like he was saying, hey man, they go anywhere they want, anytime, day or night, do whatever they want, any way they want to do it. Because they not locked into a system that says you got to work a job to get a few dollars to keep a roof over your head, some raggedy clothes on your back, and some sorry food in your stomach, crappy food in your stomach. They doing whatever they want to do. Because some way, shape, form, or fashion, they've come up with so much money, and they know how to manage this money that they don't even have to even work for it. They created a system that brings the money to them that they don't have to go get. So now they can go live life. You know, all those people that you see traveling and all those beautiful places that I'm sitting here on my cell phone looking at people bouncing all over the world having a good time. It's just a dream to me. And I'm being real with you. I can't do that right now, you know. But I have faith that I'll get out of the matrix. Why? Because I know I'm there. You know, just like the great sister Harriet Tubman said. She said, yeah, I freed thousands, but I could have freed thousands more if only they knew they were slaves. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know you're a slave, you're not trying to be free because you don't know you're a slave. So if you in the matrix and you don't know you locked in the matrix, then you're not trying to get out. So you'll live, work 40 years, trying to make it on what you couldn't make it for 40 years and then retire, having worked 40 hours a week for 40 years, struggling, and then you're going to retire on 70% of 40 years of what you couldn't make when you were working 40 years, 40 hours a week. You understand? And get a watch and die. But now, there's another side to it also. They locked the brother up. They said over there where they locked him up, they're going to keep him for 30 days. That was just to keep him quiet. Because they don't want you to know the things, the secret, the keys that he was sharing, right? It's just like the holistic doctors. You all forgot that over 50 holistic doctors in the grave in a matter of months. Why? They don't want you to be wealthy. They don't want you to know how to take care of yourself. They want to keep feeding you this crap. Bill Gates talking about killing all these people. Do y'all know 3 months ago, several of the biggest food manufacturers in America went up in flames? Poof! All of a sudden, then Bill Gates got this alternative food he wants you to eat. I've been watching that bender. He said the greatest investment he's ever made is in those vaccines. That's what he said. Now all of a sudden, a pandemic. So you have to see how these bandits work. They want to sell you something. You know, I'm 61. I've been using Q-tips to clean my ear for 61 years. No problem. My ears is clean. I don't have wax buildup. I use a little Q-tip, spin it around, out come the wax. If ever's anything in there. Most of the time I use Q-tip is like when I shower. It may be a little water in there, moisture. So I'll fluff up the Q-tip, stick it in there, let it soak up the water if there's anything, and that's it. My ears always stay clean because I hear extremely well. So anyway, they selling this product that's like a little drill. And they claim it gets the wax out your ear and clean your ear out better, right? Now, the Q-tip is made of real soft little cotton fibers. And what I do, if it's not soft enough, I'll pull the fiber just a little bit. You understand? So I can feel them on the eardrum and I can hear it. So I know I'm there. Spin it around, I'm clean. But this thing is a drill with a point on it. What you gonna do if you stick it in too far? You see what I'm saying? Now, they want to sell you this thing, and now they're telling you a Q-tip is not good. to use, because they showing videos of you packing the earwax down in your ear even further. Well, for those of you all that know, have you ever, know anything about candling? Lay on your head. It's a certain kind of wax candle that's hollow. You light it with the fire on one end and put it in your ear, and it's not fire, but the way that candle works, it extracts all of that junk out of your ear, the wax and whatever, and your ears are clean. And by the time it works its way down, it's a little covering over your ear so nothing fall in your ear. They call that candling, right? And so there's different ways for ear maintenance, but now all of a sudden they want to sell you this apparatus that I feel is much, much, much dangerous than the doggone Q-tip, because that thing is pointed like a drill, and it going in your ear, and it says it's going in there, and it spins around, and it pulls the wax out. Damn, if you got that much wax in your ear, you need to see a doctor. You understand? But the point I'm making is that they want to sell this crap to you, so now they demonizing the Q-tip. Okay, they want to keep you locked in the matrix, so now they demonize the one man that's been very vocal about helping you to get out of the matrix. And look at what they're doing. The same thing. The women. Something sexual, human trafficking, and some kind of law they talking about. They supposed to promise these women to marry them or something, and the boyfriend clause, and they done made up some trumped up stuff. Then they went and busted them at night. Why it always got to be at night? The dude ain't no bad guy, terrorist known for shooting and killing. Let's go in there in the daytime. Hey, let's go. And you see, he walked out calm, cool. But then what did they do? They busted at night, drama. They showed you a picture of a gun on the table, a bunch of money, and then they gonna say money laundering and sex trafficking and porn and all kind of stuff. All these charges. This trump up something. Because the objective is to just shut him up. Why? Because the system do not want us to break out to where now we are wealthy. Because why? These wealthy people, believe it or not, I'm talking about real wealth, like the families, these families that you don't know about, the Mishi. I'm not talking about the Rothschild. Everybody know about them. It's other families. One day I'll tell you their names. I got all their names. I know who they are, right? But anyway, these heathens, they want to keep a certain amount of people subservient to them. Okay, so here you got not just Bill Gates, but damn near all of the wealthy believe that they need to kill off so many billions of people that they call useless eaters, right? So once they kill off these useless eaters, they want a society of people that cannot obtain wealth, cannot break out of the matrix, and their only reason of being here is to serve them. That's what their ultimate objective is. That's what they're working on. Now our work would be how to not wind up in that condition, either dead or in a state where we locked into a position where we can't never get out. We always serving them. You understand? And so anybody that can assist the common man and woman to break out of the matrix, that's who they go after. And that's exactly what they did here with Andrew Tate. Also, another brother named Terry Harris. Terry Harris, he's a option trader master. And back in 2005, when I was in the States, I studied under Terry Harris in his academy. It was N2K Trading Academy, where Terry Harris taught you how to trade stock options. And he was a master option trader. And he knew many of those sophisticated trading strategies. Iron condor, bear call spread, calendar spread, short call, cover call, all those particular strategies he knew. But what he was doing, Terry Harris, he was teaching the common man and woman how to trade options. stock options. And see, the thing about stock options is you don't need a whole lot of money to get into it, and you can make a whole lot of money once you know how to do it, right? Now, to show you how adamant he was about helping the common man and woman to learn how to trade stock options, at the time when he was the peak and he had thousands of people that he was helping, he was only charging $45 a month for the course, for the training. I was actually one of his board of members, his board administration in his company. I was on what we called an Eagle team, and the Eagle team consisted of some of his very good traders, and I was one. Matter of fact, on the Eagle team, I was a protocol chief, and I taught option trading for a good season. You know, timing the market, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, when to get in the market, when to get out, how to read the charts and all the technical, MACD, slow stochastic, RSI, candlestick, you know, all of those different strategies that we learn. And so the thing about Terry Harris, how does he and Andrew Tate fall in the same category, is they both working on helping the common man and woman break out of that financial matrix to where you just out here working and not getting nothing really done to help get you out of that. Terry Harris was teaching stock option trading, and many people were doing exceptionally well. Me too. And Terry Harris' motto was, we're teaching the common man and woman how to fire their boss. We're teaching you how to fire your boss. That means giving you skills on how to just pull money out of thin air. You open your computer, you know how to go and you pick your stock, you do your research, you know how to time the market, when to get in the strategy and when to get out the strategy and take a profit. And he said that, you know, when we was studying, he said he didn't want us to use any of our real money until we had successfully done 10 successful trades in a row. Not only successful, but knowing exactly what is supposed to happen, right? Doing your calculations, making sure you know this is supposed to happen, and if it didn't, what you're supposed to do if it don't go your way. Okay, so 10 successful straight trades in a row. And once you place 10 successful trades in a row, and you know what you're doing, now you can start using your money, but only 10%. Even if you got $10,000 in the account, he did not want you to use no more than 10%. Why? Because none of this stuff is etched in stone. And if anybody jump up and tell you they guarantee you to make this money, run. Because there is no guarantee in investing in trading. That's the first thing. You know, when I was teaching, I go to class and everybody, they there, and you could tell their eyes big, they're on the edge of their seat, because they know this is a way that they could literally get rich. Yeah, trading options and stock. Yeah, you can get rich. So everybody on the edge of their seat, and I could tell they're excited. The class is quiet, and everybody want to hear everything roll off my tongue. And the first thing I started teaching them, hey, how you doing? Is everybody all right? Everybody good? Ready to learn how to trade stock options? Yeah. I said, okay, listen, the first thing I want to talk about is how much money you're going to lose. Everybody like, what? Because you're going to lose money. See, I want to start off in the reality. What you're about to get into could run you into financial ruins. You could lose every single dollar you ever had. You could lose every bit of your saving. Every daggone strategy could literally go against you, and you wind up with nothing. That's what I want to talk to you about. Okay? How well can you lose? Now, this is the first class that I had. Every one of my classes, this is exactly how I started out. How well can you lose? That ain't what they want to hear. They want to hear making money. They want to hear timing the market, getting in the market, reading the chart, how you get this money. But I'm talking about how much you can lose. Why? because it will happen. Yes, sirree, Bob. You'll hit that doggone key, enter, place that trade, and zip, that money could be gone. At that point, I want to know, are you going to beat the wife up, kick the dog, and slap hell out of the children because you done lost all this money? That's what I want to talk about first. Because if you're going to do that, I'm going to show you the door and you need to go. Because you got to be able to lose good. I mean, you done lost all this money, you got to still be happy. Love the wife, pet the dog, give him a little something to eat, some water, and then hug your kids and say, hey, like ain't nothing happened. You just lost all this money. This is how I start out teaching you. Now, once I wiped the class out and those done ran, you know what I'm saying? Because I done brought them down from that, and then they calm down. They thinking straight. Now I start teaching. You understand? And so Terry Harris, the Fed, the FBI rolled on him, and they did him the same way they did Andrew Tate. Racked up some trumped up charges and just took him. Let me show you what happened. This brother was so well off dealing with this in Birmingham, the #1 hotel down there, when we had the national convention, he was secured the entire hotel. And traders came forthway from Alabama, Washington State, New York, Florida, everywhere. You understand? To Birmingham, Alabama for that weekend, a national convention of N2K Trading Academy. And so he had the entire hotel, top to bottom. And we had, for 3 days, intense classes, intense training. We had the beginners, the intermediate, the advanced, and I was over there teaching the advanced strategies. And then we had, like on Friday, live trading with Terry Harris. And so we had the whole ballroom, like 1,000 people in there, big old screen, and his computer was linked, and I was sitting next to him helping him, and we going through strategies, and this is live trading. And so he would show you, this is how you should do it, this is how you should do it. And people was actually doing it on their laptop and making money. And he had people standing up, I just made $25,000. Everybody hollering and cheering. I never forget one senior brother. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but I just made $50,000 because they put in the amount of money. And this was happening live. How did the feds come in? They came in and they said that Terry Harris was doing unlicensed trading for people, and without the license. You're supposed to have the broker's license, right? And he didn't have that. And so all you gotta do to get rid of a lot of people is say FBI. Boom, they gone. So the FBI rolls on the brother and put a announcement out that he has been doing illegal trading for people. The FBI. Man, folks was diving out the window. FBI. And then they said he had been stealing money out of people's accounts. Ain't no freaking way. Why? Because everybody had their own username and password. You cannot go into anyone's account unless you know those two very crucial pieces of information. You can't do it. And then if you do get into somebody's account and you transfer the money to where? You understand? That's stupid. But all the FBI got to do, FBI, everybody gone. So that didn't work. So what happened? The SEC, Security Exchange Commission, down in Birmingham, had this woman that was head of that division down there. And the feds made the SEC do an intense 30-day forensic financial investigation on Terry Harris, the owner, and N2K Trading Academy for 30 days. They in the office, and I mean, with so many of them, every single worker in that office had a Fed agent, SEC agent over their shoulder. If they was on the computer, they was watching. They was answering the phone, they was listening. They went somewhere, they was with them for 30 days. All right, and so all the information after 30 days was reported back to the director. It was a female, some white woman, I forgot her name. And when it was time to bring the findings to the court, you got the judge and the FBI, lawyers and everybody up in there representing the government. And then you had Terry Harris and his lawyers and people. And so the woman that they had commissioned to do this investigation, she sat there and the judge asked her what was her finding. She said, after a 30-day extensive forensic investigation of N2K Trading Academy and Mr. Terry Harris, the owner, we find absolutely no legal infringement. He's not breaking any law. His entire company and himself are above board and all legal. 2 weeks later, they found that woman dead. A couple of months after that, the feds just walked in the office and said, Mr. Harris, you need to come with us. What? I mean, you know how they do. Big black vehicles, the big truck, and armed, vests and rifles. You need to come with us. And so they took him. And for 7 years, he sat in a prison. And we went from pillar to post trying to find out exactly what the charges were. So they made us some charges and, whatever like that. And then one day just let him go. It's crazy. Why? Why did they do that? Because Mr. Terry Harris, a black man who had figured out that doggone derivative game, them stock options, was giving the people the information in a manner that they could actually make money. When you go to these white boys and they be talking all this, get this money, and they be charging you $25,000 to learn this stuff, and they give you 14 DVDs and absolutely 100% guarantee you're going to make money. Just take these DVDs home and study them, $25,000. You come out, can't understand nothing, and you'll make no money. And then they say a lifetime support. You call, can't get nobody on the phone. It's just all bullshit. 100% bullshit. And so they want to suppress any avenue for us to break free out of the matrix. That's why all the doctors gone. That's why Andrew Tate locked up, because he actually was speaking and giving away keys, mental keys on how to get off this, because even Elon Musk got into the fray. He put a tweet out and said, you got to unlearn every single thing that you ever learned. And so what is the point right here? Every single thing that I've been talking about for the past 37 minutes is what? The way you think, the way we think, the way our minds work, what we have been given and how we think about things and process information has been put in a point where we can't get out of the matrix unless we have some help. And Andrew Tate was help. Brother Terry Harris was help. And all these other great leaders that they wiped out was help. You understand? Now, since we know Bill Gates and all his people is trying to kill us, and they doing a good job through this jab, after a billion some odd people get stabbed, then they come back and start telling, oops. You know what I'm saying? But, it's too late. And they know what they're doing. They knew exactly because that was the objective, to wipe out people. All right? So now, once all this has happened, Fauci done retired. He done came, did his dirt. He gone. He's somewhere chilling. And everybody running around talking about, ooh, hell, it's too late now. So what do you do when your enemy is attacking you and killing you? You have to defend yourself by any means necessary. You got a wife, you got children, yourself, your family, and these people is working on getting rid of you. So what do? Sit up and just talk about it on social media? No. Just like you don't know exactly who it is, then they don't need to know exactly who we is. You know what I'm saying? But something has to be done, seriously. If we're going to really, survive on this planet, there are a few people that's going to have to go somewhere else. Seriously, they're going to have to go down, because that's really the only thing got this planet jacked up. They sit up and talk about ain't enough food. You damn right when you wipe out all the food manufacturing plant. You're talking about the world overcrowded. You damn right when you got 1,000,000 people packed on 1 square mile of land. And then like in America, I drove tractor trailer for a good season. And you get on the road, I-20, I-10, I-80, I-90, and just drive west from the East Coast. Miles and miles and miles of open space, land and land. You don't see nobody out there. Nobody. So where's the overcrowding? It's overcrowded in Atlanta, Georgia, Miami, Florida, Washington, D.C., New York, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle. These 8-9, cities make up the bulk of America. Outside of that, it's just all across the country. It's just little bitty scattered, little bitty townships and little bitty places, a few people, but mostly land. So they lying. Why? They lying because they have an evil, incredible objective. And it's just a damnable shame that I can't go nowhere because I promise you, boy, if a spaceship get close enough to me, I'm going to have to hijack that buster for a ride. You know that? Don't, woo. I say I'm not going out of here on one of Elon Musk's craft. I'm not going out of here on NASA stuff because that stuff blow up too much. But if a spaceship come down here, then I know they good. Why? They came from up there down here, solid. Ain't nobody heard them. Ain't nobody even seen them. Ain't no radar picked them up. They done swooped in, opened the door. There's brothers up in there. Yo, man. I said, come on, get me out of here. I'm out. Daggone right. Shit, man, I've had enough of this planet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the good people just don't have no strength to do nothing against the bad people. They just always doing stuff. Always doing stuff. Always coming up with more wickedness. And then the good people can do what? They can't do nothing but pray. And then you just praying, and what happened? Evil just continue to do his thing. Evil just being evil, uncontested. Just evil. And you see that every day. The Lord, the leadership of the country, it's evil, man, corrupt. I mean, Israel, look up here, man. These jokers, whoa! They have put Netanyahu have put some big badness in position of power over this country. Himself, 3 criminal cases he's fighting. Can you imagine that? The guy that these people put in office, head over the country, has been charged for crime. You know what I'm saying? And this is the person that you put in the position of leadership. What did that say about the people? And he done pulled this guy, Aryeh Darieh, that was in prison. Aryeh Darieh been dirty for years. In and out of prison, always caught up on some criminal stuff. And he put Aryeh back in office. Then this other guy, Ben Gvir, he's sitting over the police force, and he is such a daggone hardline racist. He's sitting up talking about literally killing people. You know what I'm saying? Their enemy, which is the Palestinian Arabs. And they put this guy over the police force. People right now are nervous because said this is one of the most far-right extremist government ever in the history of Israel. A bunch of damn bandits. Then it got down in Brazil. He came out of prison to run against this guy. Y'all see what's happening? I mean, damn. Ain't no good people around that can run these governments. You understand? And then to run the government is really easy. I could be the president. No, you know why? Because there's so many people that constantly work in these positions. They know everything about everything. And if you a person like you can deal, a people person where you deal with people a lot and you know how to put teams together, then you could organize you a crew of advisors and people to work with you that if you don't know something, they could go out and they know everything. You understand? So all you have to do is listen to your people that know that's been working in these areas for all these years, and then y'all hang heads and get together and figure this crap out. But at the end of the day, it's supposed to help the people. And then you know that you hear them talking about fighting poverty. How long are you gonna fight it? You understand? I mean, it's like some of this stuff should have already been dealt with. You go out in California, in the United States of America, for those people over there in LA, they know tens and tens and tens of thousands of people sleeping in the street. And anybody doing anything for them? Absolutely zero. It's some other good people that's trying to do something, like cut some of their hairs, give them a shower, give them a little bite of food. But in order to assist that many people, it really do need the strength of the government to move certain major pieces around to help get these folks out of the street. You follow what I'm saying? Okay, to help get these people out of the street. Other than that, a few little friendly groups out doing some stuff, to help the people, that's all well and good. But you do need the strength of your government to try to help these people get up off of craps, but they not interested. The government just not interested. And it's a sad state of affairs, man. It's just pitiful that we live on a planet ruled by demons that actually is causing things to take place in people's lives to make their lives miserable and not help them. And it's all over the world, every single country. You know what I'm saying? And if I miss any of this, just cause I'm not aware, but especially the major countries, and you have to sit up and ask yourself, why? Yeah, it's a cause. It's called cause and effect. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And you see people out in the street protesting, but how many times do you actually hear from the protesters on the mic, where the reporter give the protesters the mic and let them explain why they out there protesting? You always hear a one-sided situation from the same people that be lying all the time about the situation. You understand? So this we in a real, man, we mucked up here on planet Earth, to say the least. We got all the evil people sitting in a position of authority and power that just some demons, man, just some beasts. Just 100% organic beast and don't give a crap. And it's sad, it's sad. It is so sad, man. It's just, and then what makes it even worse, it's like we can't even go nowhere. Would I get on a spaceship and fly the hell out of here? Try me. I can answer that question real even. Try me. Bring the spaceship. Not from Elon Musk. No slight to him. Not from NASA. They stuff blow up too much. Not from nothing made on Earth. But man, if a joint came down here from up there, and I done seen UFOs over here in Israel a couple of times, but I never opened my mouth and say anything about it, because it don't make no difference. For what? What I saw up there in the sky to tell somebody, so what? For what? Yeah, I've had that experience too. But anyway, they done called me over. I'm finna ride over here and do what we do. And we gonna get out the Matrix. I'm pretty sure. I don't really have no doubt that we will. Would be nice to know when. Anyway, hey, I enjoyed talking with you. I hope I said some things to put a few thoughts on your mind, because that's what my channel is about: intellectual conversation and sharing thoughts that hopefully could help you and us and them, or whatever. We can be better off in this life we live in here on this planet that some people call a prison planet. So full of demons. Isn't that amazing that this joint is controlled by demons? witches and warlocks and evil people that just be on some wicked stuff. You know? Whew. Oh boy. Anyway, listen, enjoyed talking to you as I always do. And let me get over here in this place. I need to see if I can go. I should be able to go through here. I went through here last night. No problem. Let me see where they working. Oh, they over there. All right. Let me get over here. Got a bunch of new guys out here. They're inexperienced. But anyway, we'll get him in there. We went in last night pretty smooth. No big deal. All right, let me get to cracking. I enjoyed it. Nubian King doing a thing. All right. So I always say this because I love you. Love you with a perfect love. Love you from the basement of my heart to the attic of my mind. Love you 24/7. I mean, I love you all the time. Woo, shalom.